Greetings, one and all, and welcome to the Open Handed Classroom. I want to extend a special thank you to you, yes, you, for stopping by. Now, students, before us is a multiple choice question, and I got this question from the 2018 Paper 1 Biology BGCSE examination. And note that currently this question is unsolved, but I assure you that by the end of this video, this question would be completed. But I have a question. I have a question for you, and the question is the following. Are you ready? Are you ready? Then let's dive in. We begin by reading the question. And the question states the following. Which is the correct way for writing the scientific name for the Nassau grouper? Is it A, B, C, or D? Which is the correct way for writing the scientific name for the Nassau grouper? I'm going to give you an opportunity to attempt this question on your own. So please pause the video, attempt the question on your own, and I'll see you on the other side of the pause. Okay, now that you have attempted this question on your own, let's consider this question together. Again, the question wants us to determine which is the correct way for writing the scientific name for the Nassau grouper. Consider what I have here in yellow. This is the correct way for writing the scientific name for the Nassau grouper. Note that the first letter of the first word is uppercase. The first letter of the first word is E, and E is uppercase. Note also that the first letter of the second word is lowercase. The first letter of the second word is S, and note that that letter is lowercase. Note also that these two words are italicized. This is the correct way for writing the scientific name for the Nassau grouper. Now let's look at the options that we have and see which one corresponds to the one I have here in yellow. Let's look at A. Let's consider the first word. And let's consider the first letter of the first word. Is the first letter of the first word uppercase? Yes, well that's correct. So that criteria is satisfied. Let's consider the second word. Is the first letter of the second word lowercase? The answer is no. So that criteria is not satisfied. Is it italicized? Yes. But one criteria is not satisfied, so therefore A is not the correct answer. So A is not the correct answer. Let's consider C. Let's consider C. And let's consider the first word of C, and let's consider the first letter of the first word of C. The first letter of the first word, the first letter of the first word, yes, the first letter of the first word in C is E. And E is not uppercase. So that criteria is not satisfied. Let's go to the second word. And let's look at the first letter of the second word, which is S. Is that lowercase? No. So therefore, that criteria is not satisfied. Is it italicized? Yes, it's italicized. But two criteria are not satisfied. So therefore, C is not the correct answer. So A is not the correct answer and C is not the correct answer. Let's consider D. Okay, so let's consider the first word of D. Let's consider the first word of D. Okay, what is the first letter of the first word of D? It's E. Now, is E in D, is E uppercase? No, E is lowercase. So therefore, this criteria is not satisfied. Okay, let's look at the second word. And let's look at the first letter of the second word, which is S. Is that letter lowercase? Yes, it is. It is lowercase. Is D italicized. Yes, it is. So D fulfills the second and third criteria, but it fails to satisfy the first criteria. Therefore, D is not correct. So A is not the correct answer, C is not the correct answer, and D is not the correct answer. Let's consider B. Let's consider B. Let's look at the first word, and let's look at the first letter of the first word, which is E. And indeed, that letter is capitalized or uppercase. Let's look at the second letter. Sorry, let's look at the second word. Let's look at the first letter of the second word, which is S. Is that lowercase? Indeed, yes, it is lowercase. And is B italicized? Yes, it is italicized. Therefore, B fulfills all the criteria. So therefore, B, this answer is correct. And that is indeed the correct way for writing the scientific name for the Nassau grouper. Thank you.